seas, graceful when making enemies bleed. Hair as bright as the summer sun, her voice so warm as a liberator's song. Through hell on super earth, her presence burns so bright. My beautiful angel of death, a beacon of light in our darkest time. She always stays so close, no fear in her eyes. My heart's struck by Cupid's bow, she never leaves my side.
Evening freedoms, you democratically patriotic devilkin. I mean, we've dived into hell so many times that some of you must be on a first-name basis with Satan himself at this point. Or possibly just some of those lovely succubi with all of a pleather. Tonight's intro was Thief Girl Forever, coming across with that perfect blend of emotional rock and hard metal that was so popular around the turn of the millennium, Marstromtrippa 115. Huh, and here I thought that the only thing that moved Stormtrooper's heart was admiring his latest Vog kill while its punctured oil pan bled out in front of him and its CPU fatally overheated. I guess he feels very strongly about the female Thief Marines under his command. I won't lie, I'm very fond of them as well, and have put forth a motion within the ministries to have a company of Thief soldiers attached to every super destroyer as supplemental personnel. We're a little understaffed right now, but the idea is popular. Tonight's news from the Galactic Sphere is that the planetary cleansing of Alta V is going just swimmingly. Hell lovers are, semi-casually polishing off the tail end of the mega hives on the planet and booting the bugs out of Port Liberty. If all goes according to plan, the Corpus sector should be bug-free within another day or so, and maybe a little bit of change. And then we can start thinking about launching counterattacks into the Orion and Celeste sectors. I don't know about you, but I, personally, would like to find out exactly why Meridia is on Noctalia's mind so much. The Illuminate have fluffed around with that black hole more than enough, and I do not like the idea of him operating out there without proper adult supervision. He could hurt himself. Let's make Liberty forsake sure that he does. Speaking of the Illuminates, the electronics, surveillance, and communications situation of the Death Frontier is still just completely foobar, with no one moving in or out. Long-range observers have reported activity that bears some resemblance to Illuminate craft around Hearthon Secundus, Altair 3, Almanac 7, Alarath, Hydrovius, Carlia, and Genesis Prime's early warning system reported warp ships scanning the system perimeter a few hours ago. Whatever is going on out there, it's spreading, and not only do we lack the means to do anything about it, we can't even get a clear picture of what's happening down there that doesn't have the resolution of someone who swears for sure, for realsies this time, that they found Bigfoot. Well, let's switch gears for a second and change the tune and pace. There is some delightful charity work to report on from the Case-Filling Corporation, who wants to contribute to the reconstruction of Super Earth, but not to our extremely warlike culture, which I do suppose is fair. The first shipment involves 300 crates of food, which is always welcome considering our agricultural, ranching, and maritime operations got hit hard by the Illuminate. I guess they figured if they couldn't finish us off in a street fight, they'd glass our farms and hope that we starve to death, under their typical Illuminate trick. Things such as bread, beef, cheese, chocolate, eggs, honey, and, ironically, squid are being donated to feed the hungry masses, along with 50 crates of milk and 300 crates of purified water. Yes, it is true that while most of Super Earth is covered in water, most of what is there isn't exactly potable, and the Illuminate blew up most of our desalination plants because mean people suck. But the second shipment from the CFC revolved around building material, which we are always in dire need of. Stone, lumber, bricks, various fasteners gathered from wayward hardware drawers across the cosmos, iron plates, which are always handy, and 200 crates of bamboo tissue to construct temporary shelters. All good stuff. I have given my word that all of this will be sent directly to the needy, rather than to the front lines or embezzled by certain ministry weasels. Which is why I duct-taped the Minister of Prosperity to an office chair, taped his lying mouth shut, and rolled him into the closet until I can get all of this sorted. Really, that bozo is just infuriating. Even his breathing has this raspy, whistling sound that is just irritating as can be, not to mention the very first time that we met. I'd really rather not get into it again. Let's just say that stopping my husband from violently murdering that sleazy little goblin was a very tall order. Now, to round out the evening report, there is some promising news from within the Liberation Fleet community. Earlier this evening, a representative from the 104th Wolf Divers met with General Tyler Brash of the Freedom Alliance over the Wolves being formally and permanently part of said alliance. It might be early in the negotiations still, but I regard this as a very good fit. Despite their berserker rages in battle and their tendency to get absolutely coated in alien viscera on a near constant basis, the 104th are actually extremely wholesome individuals that have always conducted themselves honorably. They're going to fit with the Alliance like a democratic hand sliding into a patriotic glove and then clenching itself into a super Earth salute. Truly, the future of the 104th looks bright. That's been Liberty Swedish with me, Pandera the Radio Angel. Tomorrow we'll see the last of the Terminids gone from the Corpus sector with mega cities rebuilt and surpluses of E710 scored from my ever-growing military-industrial complex monopoly. Which does still help everybody, I have no delusions about that. I can't stop the Illuminate all on my own, but I can help put the Liberation Fleet in a position to win the battle once and for all. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for Super Earth.